Many brand owners miss out on thousands of profits from their e-commerce brand, not knowing those 7 tricks. These Facebook ads tricks, which if used every day, will transform your campaigns and will get you results like these. My name is William and I helped over 15 DTC brands generate over 10 million in sales with performance creatives and Meta ad systems. With that having said, let's dive in. Tip number 1, using the right metrics. Now, before you think you know the right metrics, the funny thing is that Facebook actually doesn't provide us with some of the most important metrics that all top advertisers are using. They're actually custom metrics that you have to create by yourself. Now, while you can be using things like CPM, frequency, ROAS, cost per result, and so on to track your overall ads performance, it won't give you any information of where the bottleneck of your creatives actually is and what you need to improve. Now, to understand where your creatives do well and where they are lacking, you want to set up something that I call creative metrics. Those are things like hook rate, hold rate, and so on. You can set up the hook rate as the first 3 seconds played divided by the impressions of the ad. Now, this will give you information about what percentage of people that actually get to see your video ad get hooked and watch the first 3 seconds. This is very important because if people don't get hooked in the beginning, they of course won't watch the whole video and they won't convert. So what we always make sure on every creative is that the hook rate is actually in KPI. We go for a hook rate of at least 30%. Now, we don't want it as high as possible with some clickbait that will just hook everyone, but just the right people. The other creative metric that you want to be looking at is the hold rate. Now, this you can set up as the whole video watched divided by the overall impressions. This will give you information about how many people that get to see your ad actually watch it to the end. Of course, you want to retain their attention until the end because then you can give them more reasons to actually buy your product and they will be more likely to convert. Now, as KPI for that metric, you want to go for at least 10%. If your video ads are below those KPI, you can exactly see where they lack, if it's the hook rate, if it's the hold rate, or maybe both, and then improve that. Now, tip number 2, running everything in one CBO. If you run the multiple campaign strategy, this might sound insane, but hear me out. We don't mix multiple products in one campaign or multiple countries, but we run one campaign per business objective. If you do that, you avoid audience overlap. The campaign will be more effective overall because it won't compete with other campaigns that you have set up that are targeting the exact same audience. And you don't want competition against your own ad account. And if you run it as a CBO and not as an ABO, Facebook will allocate automatically most of the budget to the best performing ad sets. So you don't have to manage daily and you don't have to set the budget manually for your middle of funnel ads or for your top of funnel ads. It will prevent the funnel from burning out because Facebook will allocate the budget depending on who's converting the most right now. Tip number 3, keep track of frequency. Now, we see that many Facebook ad starters don't really understand why frequency is important. The frequency metric tells you how often the average person in your audience got targeted by your ad. Now, if you have some high performing ads and the brand depends on those ads, and you see that over the last few weeks the frequency got up to 2, 3, then 4, 5 for example, this is a big warning sign because this means that the same audience gets to see your ad over and over again and that ad reached a limit for its audience. It doesn't mean that every single potential person that could buy from you got to see your ads because every single ad has its own ideal audience. But it means that this ad reached its limits and is about to burn out. So when you get to that point, you want to make sure that you quickly find new winning ads or iterations so that you don't lose a big percentage of your profits. Now, tip number 4, copying winning elements, not winning ads. So what many brands do is just go to Ad Library, go to Foreplay, go to other softwares like Droppy, spying on winning ads of competitors and doing the exact same thing. Now, the problem is that you don't give your audience any reason to buy from you over your competitor. And most likely they've seen also your competitors' ads. So you're kinda advertising their product. What you want to do instead is find the winning ads of your competitors and analyze exactly the winning elements, why they perform so well, and understand why they are so effective for their audience. If you find those winning elements, you can just use them in your own ads to make them super effective, yet not exact copies. You can also add some of your USPs and some of your product's uniqueness to make better ads or to make ads that appeal to a different audience and not be in direct competition with your competitors. That's an easy way to get scalable winning ads without copying and being just another brand selling the same thing. Tip number 5, run split testing variants. Now, most brands that I see are not running split testing variants, but just one video or one static, and they just see how it performs and they keep it or turn it off. What you want to do instead is making split testing variants for every single ad concept and ad idea that you have. For example, for a video ad, you might have the same video with 3 different visual hooks. Now, this will give the creative the most chances of success and also give you information about which creative hook actually works the best. Then you can derive learnings from that and actually apply that to your new creatives. Tip number 6, target with your creative. If you want to help the Facebook algorithm find your ideal audience very quick and be highly converting early, you want to treat your ad just as an organic post. That means that the visual hook, that the text hook, everything has to be tailored towards your audience. It should only make sense to them and be boring for different people. That way the algorithm will quickly see who resonates with your ads, who resonates with your brand, and only show the ad to more people like these, which will speed up the optimization and improve your overall performance. And tip number 7, focusing on quality over quantity. I see that many brands think that ad creatives are just a numbers game. They test this and this and this concept, test working with that and that creator, and are just trying to find any new winning ad. Now, while testing a lot is not wrong, testing low effort ads randomly is not just expensive but also won't help you. If you have 10 hours per week to invest into your creatives, I will guarantee you, investing those 10 hours on 2 creatives, with their split testing variants of course if you also consider tip number 5, will always outperform investing those 10 hours on 20 creatives. If you take the time, you can craft very strong hooks and very convincing copy in your ads. And in the end, just 1 or 2 ads can scale your ad budget by more than 300% profitably if they really hit. So this is what you want to go for, not as many ads as possible. Now you know the 7 most important Facebook ad tips to scale your DTC brand. But knowing those are not enough. To craft scalable and highly converting ads, you or your creative team have to have great knowledge about all marketing fundamentals, theory, copywriting, and how to create ads that scale. So if you're running a 7 to 8 figure e-com brand and struggle with that, me and my team can help you with that. Check out the link below and book a free audit call with me. And make sure to check out this video, as it's the only Facebook ad creative testing guide that you will ever need. Keep scaling, catch you there.